Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Here, I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Carl. I'm one of the owners of Kink Crate. Me and my wife, Cheyenne. She's going to be joining here, but she'll be remote as well. This is going to be one of the first of one of our sessions with one of our vendors, Parallle Candles, out of Denver, I believe. Correct? Out of Denver, Colorado.
Yeah,
They're in the Denver area. They make an amazing CBD massage oil and massage oil-based candles that are compact and made with a lot of great product and a lot of great material. And we've included them in our current crate. Each month we send out a different crate with a different theme. This month's theme was Domme, and we included some of these candle waxes here that Tyler's actually showing on the screen. We included these wax candles here in different varieties. Depending on which box you receive, you may have received one of the two different samples. So we wanted to bring them on, and we'll try to continue this series going forward with our manufacturers and our vendors, and see if they can just give us a little bit more information about our products that we're listing, and give us some information on ways of how to use them. So if you don't mind, if you won't mind introducing yourselves, Tyler and Paige of Parallle Candles.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler, and my whole journey with this has been just based around creating art with Paige, and I come from a background of building communities and working with music festivals and kind of working in the music space. We have a nonprofit where we teach kids how to produce music, and candles have become an art form for us that we just like to practice creating products after personally having a background in formulating products for a health and wellness company for a couple of years, and just kind of, sifting through that, I've landed here as just the creator of one simple product that gets the job done. And that's me.
And I'm Paige. I come from a background in performance art and dancing, fire dancing, hula hooping, LEDs, such all the circus arts. So I am a lover of movement and dance and healing through that. And so that is why Parallle Candles means so much to me as well, because it allows me to express myself through the healing journey as well too, which is super important. So we have the two candles that you guys have received in your boxes. These ones are the half-ounce candles that we have. There's a couple different ways you can use them. I don't know if you guys have tested them out yet. We'll go ahead and light one for you guys first. And this is one of the ways that you can use it as a massage candle.
Did you have any other questions you wanted to run with? I guess that's like the intro for who we are, but do you have any other questions?
No, I'd love to see a demo of the product first. Thanks for lighting the candle up there, by the way, Paige. It looks great. So yes, we'd love to see some demonstrations. We're just curious of, how did you get into producing candles? How did you, let's start with that. So how did you get into starting your business? How did Parallle Candles become a business?
So Paige and I, we've been together for a couple of years, and when we first got together, I was working for a health and wellness company as a formulator and kind of helping build out just like a bigger spectrum of what they were up to with their products, and did that for a couple of years. And it just got crazy. It was like we had hundreds of different products and all these different people making them. And we were like not always super involved in the creation of the products, but it was like just a lot, there was a lot going on. There was a lot of opportunity for oversight. And so I got to work through that and understand what that was like. And it got to a point where I realized that like really wasn't for me, that kind of environment. So I dialed it back and just went, very deep with the nonprofit work. And after working with the nonprofit solely for a while, it became just like, it kind of came out of Paige and I naturally. We were both just working music festivals, working with music. She's working with her performances, and through hanging out and just being around each other after I had already had all of this formulation time in a corporate environment, I was able to just use that energy in an expressive way with her. And we just created this for something for us to use, and people started to really dig it. So we decided to just go all the way with it, make a brand with it, and kind of get something flowing and just create a healing tool for people to just kind of have this conversation, I would say.
And a lot of the brand too goes behind a practice that we like to play with together that is called acro yoga. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of acro yoga, have ever been introduced to it, but it is a partner work and it does deal with a lot of trust and communication. There's a base and there's a flyer, and you get to do these really beautiful artful movements. But there is also so much more that goes into it with the communication and working through a partner with that as well too. So that is a little bit of why we base the brand on kind of like me and like the acro yoga and the movement and the play as well too.
Interesting. So I actually am familiar with acro yoga. It looks amazing. It has a great visual look to it, but it also looks very difficult. And I imagine if you end up getting sore or something like that, maybe like the CBD massages end up turning into kind of like a therapeutic, aftercare. And so that's kind of one of the reasons we thought it would work well with our crate, is that we don't really concentrate a lot on aftercare, which is after a scene's been performed or after an experience that you've had with another partner, being able to have that moment where you can connect with them, not necessarily it doesn't always have to be just foreplay. You have post play that you can use use this kind of product as a therapeutic use, but it can also be used as a foreplay use as well. Using it to stimulate your partner beforehand and such. So we thought just for that aspect alone, it would be a great matchup with our crates. In fact, we will have these products listed in our shop as when we started the meeting today. If you go into the Kink Crate shop, we are now listing Parallle Candles in our shop, and we'll continue to list them. And if you guys have additional products as they come down the pike, we'll also try to have those available to our customers and your customers on our website as well. So hopefully that'll be a good way to help expose more of our customers to the natural uses of your product.
Yeah. While you bring that up too, Paige had something she would like to share about the future. If you want to kind of get the lowdown of what's to come with these.
I would love to. Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, currently, we have the two different blends. We have the grounding blend, which is this base with the CBD. And then we have our vitality blend, which is the copper mixed with the CBD. So if you noticed by the container and the packaging, the grounding, which was the first one, was red, and the next one, which was the vitality, was the orange. So we really plan on playing with the healing with this and basing the brand and the products off of the different colors of the rainbow, and deals with like the different chakras and the energy healing process with that as well too. So not only are we taking different scents with each different blend, we're really basing like the color and what we put into it. Like the copper is orange. We plan on doing our next one to be yellow, playing around with either beeswax or dandelion root, and kind of like continuing that momentum with the candles as we continue to release different blends and different smells and such.
So each different blend will have like a different color to it, so it'll kind of identify it based on the color, and it'll also have a different therapeutic use or a different scent or usage to each one. That's really cool. Like I'm looking forward to seeing that coming down. That'll actually be really cool. I think it'll have amazing visual looks. Your products look amazing as they are, but just to be able to have like a lot of variety with your products, I can't wait. I think it'll be amazing. Tell me more about the actual product itself. I know that there's you have the two different versions here. I'd like to know kind of what the difference is between the two a little bit more, if you don't mind explaining that.
Yeah. So the basis here, like I was kind of saying, is just like making something simple that did one job really well, and it also happens to do two jobs really well. Some people would argue it does like a 46 jobs really well, but out the gate, a CBD topical that is easy to have with you at any point that you can just use. And so creating something with CBD that was able to sit really nicely inside of something that was soothing, something comfortable that rubs in really well. That's the point with this shea butter, the jojoba, the vitamin E. Those three are really, really powerful, just moisturizers, and they really help bring out that glide that you're looking for, especially in these kind of environments. That all comes together with the soy wax that's just able to make it into a candle. So it was always about having this healing tool that you could also light on fire and pour on each other and have this conversation. Jojoba, if you're familiar with your typical massage therapist kind of sessions, usually jojoba is the favorite because of the glide that it comes with. I'm interested in hearing too feedback to anybody, Chris and Aaron, and anybody else that's in there. If you guys ever want to let us know how it's going for you, we're always interested to hear about how that glide is going for you guys and how well it's soaking in. And we try to hit that balance with the creation of the base candle as something that relieves pain and it doesn't soak in immediately, so you have some glide. That leads us to the copper. So we have this base candle. It's just a CBD candle. All of our candles will essentially have CBD in them, but the base one being CBD gives us the room still to add other things as we go, like to add to the therapeutic benefit. And the copper, it's something that came to us a long time ago from a friend of mine that patented this experience where he is able to isolate copper that plants are converting through the ground, and the copper is converted to copper 1. So you guys will see it. I think it was a variety. Some people got the red ones, some people got these, and some people got these. And the ones with the copper, you'll see it has a little 1 on it, and that's copper 1. So basically, long story short for that is that the 1 is basically an extra electron that is able to go into your cells and boost the energy that they're able to create. So it helps you heal things faster, helps you fight viruses. It's actually the patented cure for MRSA and Lyme disease. And it does a bunch for people's skin conditions. So as a regular topical, you have a lot of healing benefit with just the CBD, but the copper is a huge game changer for that pain relief.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I have a note here in the chat. I think one of our users here, Chris, is going to have to exit out, but he's very thankful for us putting us together for. One thing I do want to mention, your products, by the way, they're beautiful. I when I lit the actual candle, I'm used to getting candles. You either get one kind of candle or the other. One's either kind of like kind of a lighter candle that you can use for like a massage, and the other one's more scent based, and yours is kind of a great blend of the two. Also, when I lit it, I didn't have this big combustible smell or anything in my house. Like normally, you like some candles, they have this big flame on them, or you end up smelling that like kind of char smell. Like it's a very smooth smell. It's very easy to feel on your hand. It's not waxy. Like I really did think it was a great product, and I'm proud to have it in our crates. So I really do appreciate you guys putting that together for us and being able to have your product available in our shop.
Nice. Yeah. About that too, like the smell you're talking about from a lot of candles, that's because a lot of candles are paraffin wax and they release a lot of soot. They could make your whole ceiling black over time. But the soy wax, it's much more organic material. It doesn't really have much to off gas. Mm-hmm. So you'll just get like a little bit of the wick, and that's just the cotton burning, and then the candle's not going to really put anything off. That's also why it doesn't have like a really strong throw like those other candles. But the throw really is, this is not the candle that you light in your house and you just let it sit. Right. This is like you smell it by rubbing it on each other. And then you have that smell just like lingering on you in that experience. And then you remember that smell, you associate it to your experience, and they can like really pull you in together just off of that quick smell.
Yeah. And using pure essential oils versus a fragrance oil is a huge difference too. Fragrance oils aren't as good to put on your skin, whereas pure essential oils are a lot more safe, not containing like any dyes or any such.
Thank you. Can you give me a little bit more information about the CBD and how that is? You said it works more kind of as an anti-inflammatory, and I'm still kind of new to the CBD world. I know it's cannabis-based oil, and it's it's non-psychoactive and all that. But for the most part, I want to. I know that people use it for therapeutic use, but I'm not really sure when is the time to use that. Is it after you're sore? Is it just kind of like, you just kind of rub it on joints and eventually they just feel smoother? I mean, what is the benefit of CBD specifically?
Yeah, I mean, at its core, the anti-inflammatory is the big thing there. It's like that's what has been proven here with CBD. There's a laundry list of things that it can help with that I agree with, but just for the sake of what's like legitimately been proven, like CBD just relaxes your muscles. So if you need to chill out after a long day, if you're about to go I actually probably wouldn't use CBD before a workout. I would probably use it after, because you don't want to relax yourself too much before a workout. But like, foreplay, relaxing the body, really helping a lot with just releasing of tension because of that CBD, just allowing your muscles to literally just stop being inflamed. They're all pushing up against each other. So in your joints, when you're having pain, and like, there's a good percentage of your pain that's just directly caused from inflammation. So really, anytime you have pain, anytime you're trying to relax, long day of typing, wrists hurting, put on the wrists. She's always begging for the rubs. I am too, I will say. But it's like, she's a performer. She's always just busting it. And so, she'll just like get a quick, also with the copper. We'll usually use the copper because I do believe it's a stronger pain reliever. So if it's a pain thing, a little bit of copper, you want to talk about when you use it?
Yeah, there's many ways you can use it. That's why we target it towards being multiversal. Some of my favorite ways personally, I love it as like a face moisturizer. I will just get my fingers right into it unlit and just rub it on my face like right after I get out of the shower. They're cool because they're travel sizes too. So you can kind of, throw them in your purse or in your bag and use it as a chapstick. Or if you want to just use it unlit as a pain topical relief, you can do that too without even having to light it as well. But it is fun to be able to light it and get the entire experience with like the warm, sensual part as well.
So that's interesting. I never thought about that. So you can actually use it without lighting it as a candle. Just kind of use it like as a balm instead of an actual candle, and or both. I guess later on, if you decided to light it, you could still go home and use the remainder of it as an actual candle.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's very interesting. Yeah, it's
and
good.
it'll form back. It's like sometimes you have a CBD topical, and you get in it, and it's just like kind of gnarly because you've just been digging around in it. But if you light it, it'll just melt and get nice and creamy and smooth again.
Right. You could just trim the wick if it was too long or so, and then start from there. It's interesting. Very good. Okay. Well, I'm very interested. I'm very much interested in your product. Did you have any other like demos or anything that you want to show off here before we conclude here today, or any other notes that maybe we don't have?
Yeah, we'd love to show you how we use it. Just like it to show you. Just
absolutely. Yeah, please do.
There's kind of a flow with it. I think that based on the community, it's always up to you guys to decide how hot you want it. But if you want it really hot, where it like kind of hurts, you pour it when it's lit. But it's kind of hot when it's lit, so we'll blow it out.
And it's nice to wait a couple seconds just to cool it down, wait for the temperature, and then you can just pour.
If you give it a nice long blow too, it like blows that smoke away that the wick makes a little bit. And it doesn't like hang out as much with a lot of smoke from the cotton. There it goes. So now we have this nice, you don't really see that, it's kind of dripping there. But yeah, it just becomes a liquid. You're about to get dripping. Yep, there she goes. So you can just pour it on, usually we're naked and we're laying down. And we actually got a massage table at Goodwill for $13, and we cleaned it up, and it has the hole in it, so you can we'll swap full bodies on the regular, and it lasts so long. You have that 3 ounce that we're using right there. You guys got the smaller ones, and I would say the smaller ones are like maybe one full session between the two of you, or like you could make it last over a week or so if you're using it like a little more subtly. But for like a full body session, if you're swapping them, like that's kind of like your one session. And that 3 ounce is like, I would say a good month. If you're, her and I probably swap full bodies like at least once a week, maybe sometimes more, and it lasts us like a good month. And she's also always using it as chapstick. I use it just when I'm like falling off my skateboard or I'm like hurting, so it lasts us a good amount of time in that 3 ounce, just having it a lot. I put a lot on her on this now, so this is
so we got a nice glide.
Yeah. If only we had better lighting, you guys could see the shimmer. But there's some good glide going on here. Carl's like,
Yeah, I know. I'm getting mesmerized. I'm like, oh, that looks so good. I'm like, is my mind drooling yet? Because I'm
Yeah,
really
right?
want to be next so bad.
The smell lingers too, so it's good. Like you said, you can smell it, throughout the rest of the day, but it's never too strong, which is really nice. It's got a really good balance between smelling good and smelling good.
It looks amazing once again. Very good. Well, one point I'd like to make about our crate is that one of the things about Kink Crate is that we are a way for you to sample a lot of different kinks and a lot of new um, areas of kink that maybe you're not familiar with. So you're not going to fully dive into the kink. We don't want you to go out and spend thousands of dollars just to sample something. So, in this case, we're sent, if you're getting the smaller, the 3 ounce, the 0.5 ounce, that the 15 milligram sample, it is a use, but if you really like it, go back and get the actual full 3 ounce from the shop and have it as a renewable experience. And of course, you can always renew from our shop whenever there's an outage there as well. So it is a good way to sample it. It's also a good way to try another scent or another flavor, because again, you'll have newer versions and more colors and more flavors and blends coming out here very soon. So again, that's a way to try those out without going into the full, wallet, to go ahead and get the bigger samples just right off the bat. All right, so
Time to check the.
So again, yes, we'll have this video available on our site and on our YouTube page, and we'll actually put some links for those products here in the video here as well. So just check below, and you'll have a link to go ahead and purchase those products from us directly from our shop. Tyler and Paige, I really do appreciate you guys doing a demo of your product and giving us more information. We'd love to have you come back at some point in the future, and we'd love to have your products back in our crates again in the future. So please, if at any point you want to share anything else with us, please let us know. And we really do appreciate you meeting with us tonight.
Yeah, man. Thanks again, too. This is really exciting. We kind of were not sure if this was like what we thought about this idea of hitting up you, and we were like, this has to work. It's too perfect. And it just like everything unraveled just marvelously. We're happy to work with you. We're not super experienced in your department. So we got your box.
Super excited. Thank you so much.
We're interested
You're very
in
welcome.
learning. Are you hosting like more education on your website? You have like a lowdown on any tricks and tips?
We are. We're going to include a lot more tips and tricks. In fact, every month we have an articles in our handbook that are written by Professor Sex, who is a licensed sex educator and sex therapist and a sex coach. They'll write articles for us on a monthly basis. So we like to make sure that they're featured there. We have them write, we're having them do educational videos now to kind of explain uses and alternate uses, not just surface uses of our products, but alternate uses that you can use our products for. Maybe things you wouldn't think of right off the bat just by looking inside of the crate and looking, at an eye mask. She can teach you how to use it and turn it into another product altogether. They are really good, with making sure that they're inclusive with their product uses. So we're not looking to be specific to any particular genders or sexes. We want to make sure that our products are fully inclusive to all of our customers. So again, we really do appreciate coming out, and I do appreciate you also giving us an opportunity to explain our crate a little better as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, let's keep the conversation going too with the community. If anybody wants to holler at us, always happy to.
If in fact, I have in our meeting right now, we have Aaron's with us. Aaron actually mentioned that they did not receive a candle in their last crate. So I'm not sure what crate you were supposed to receive, Aaron, but for just attending today with us live, I'll make sure that you get a sample of both candles sent to you tonight. So we'll make sure that you get a sample of both. I do appreciate you coming a lot too as well. We really love our customers to join us.
Awesome.
Aaron, Peggy,
Nice.
Much love, Peggy and Aaron.
Thank you, Chris, as well. Thank you very much for being live with us today.
Sick. Cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. I feel like we got a lot out here, and happy to hear from you guys. So yeah, let us know if anybody wants to learn anything. We're happy to share. And
Absolutely. Make sure to check out Parallle Candles on Instagram. They have amazing posts there, and they have links directly to their website, and have amazing products on their website as well. But again, we'll also be posting, we'll have their products in our website and in our shop as of the posting of this video. So if you can hear my voice, you can purchase their products on Kink Crate's website.
yeah, shop Kink Crate. Support them.
Thank you very much.
We'll keep it going.
We're a two-person business, just like you. It seems like there's a bunch of people working here. You look at our crates, you think there's a bunch of people running around here, but it's just me and my wife here working very hard to make our customers happy. So we're very proud of what we were able to accomplish these last 5 years.
Looks good, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Cool. All right. Much love, everybody.
You guys have a great night. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. You have a great evening and good night.